the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston Texans, and NRG Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the San Francisco 49ers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go from Houston. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024, at quarterback, Josh Allen.
When you have a chance to kind of poke around the locker room, Mike, and talk to the coaches and the players, and you say, how would you best describe your quarterback? The word perfectionist, it seems to come up pretty often, and it's pretty clear to see why. He was not happy throwing that pick last week, and otherwise it was an incredible stat line. So that's the drive that allows him to just continuously improve week in.
Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down. He'll step up and run. And a short pickup here, brought down just shy of midfield. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down and 7. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's a third down and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's done his man, complete to Johnson. A gain there of 11. First down, 49ers.
And the 49ers, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 9. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll go again with Swift. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. Open man, left side. He's got it. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Niners first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And a 49er first down.
On the ground, it's Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
The 23-yard line.
Allen will throw. They're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is first and he's in. Alec Biomanor. Touchdown, 49ers. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. And, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, started the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, granted exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Threw up the sideline at the 45. He's taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 50-yard line.
To throw is Mayfield. That's complete to Diggs.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They hand it to Gibbs. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
4 yards. That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Gibbs trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short, down at the 1. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here. This could end up costing them.
Get it. Oh, he'll go down. They got him. The 2-time Pro Bowler, Josh Hines Allen, in for the sack. He registers number 14 on the year.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The 49ers offense. And Josh Allen head back onto the field. And he's been a real threat. Not just with the arm, but the wheels as well. The NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. They'll start on the ground with Swift. They'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Throwing on second down. It's out. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, 49ers.
14 yards. And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the option, it's Swift, and he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So after 1, the Niners have the early advantage. More from Houston coming up in a moment. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down as we are ready to get back underway. Another run here, another run by Swift. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Niners first down.
13 yards on the play. And the 49er first down. A gain of 13 yards.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
It's second down and 10.
Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, 49ers.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
From the gun, it's Allen. Quick throw, taken in. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
To the air. On second down, here's Allen. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
10 at the 13-yard line.
Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll take this one in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, San Francisco.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
14, Texans 3.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently second in that category. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 15-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10. Has completed to Douglas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
19 yards. That's another Texans first down.
On first and 10, here's Baker. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Baker. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's another Texans.
Here's Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
Here's a
2nd
2nd and 9. Now Mayfield. Left side into the hands of Olave. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6. Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. Back out now to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Their own 26-yard line.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. He'll take this forward for about 5. From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Allen now on 2nd down. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
5-yard gain on the play.
Here's a handoff to Swift. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, here is Allen. Throwing the out route, and Ayuk has it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And the 49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the 1st down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
A gain of 15. And a 3.
They will run it over center with Swift. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Back-to-back, some nice runs. This one good for 11 and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Swift. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. From the 20, here's 2nd and 9.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Houston. In a moment, here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Look at that, slipped it across his body and connected. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
49er, 1st down. 1st and goal, San Francisco.
And they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Swift. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. From the gun, Josh Allen. Oh, man, left wide open. Good play design there. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone. Because as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the 49ers extend it to a 21-6 advantage. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Texans offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this 1st half. And man, down the field, it's Olave.
It's a gain of 29. And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Right back to Olave. He's got it again. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
He keeps it himself. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
That's another Texans 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That one, taken in. Pop Douglas. Touchdown, Texans. Not a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Makes the score Niners 21, Texans 13.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. And he'll be forced out of bounds. A very short game. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll motion the slot man right. Out of the gun, here's Allen. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock. 3rd and 2. Here we go. They'll run. It's Swift. So, halftime straight ahead. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he's got first down. A pickup of 4.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down is Mayfield. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At their
2nd down throw from Mayfield. Got it into the hands of Olave. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Texans first down.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Number 40 on the season for him.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Just like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points. Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. He'll take off again. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish out this drive with a touchdown.
The Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Gibbs. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Gibbs trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
No gain on the play.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
And this will pay off. It is caught. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Houston.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of an outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick 6 the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion ties this game up.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The 49ers offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. This one tight throughout, all level at 21. As They'll search for a go-ahead score. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. On play action, Allen. That's caught over the middle by Eilman. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll step up and run this.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
On second down, it's a run with Swift. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down, 49ers.
First down, 49ers.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
out of the shotgun. It's a give to Swift. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes third down.
it's a gain of 5.
They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
First down. 2 yards on.
Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Give up the middle with Swift. Not much happening there. Just a short game. So now they'll throw it with Allen. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, San Francisco. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the 49ers go up by 7. 28-21.
Texans 21.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. That one out wide to Gibbs. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down and 9.
Brings up third and 9.
Baker to throw. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it's going to lead to fourth down. So, fourth down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Niners offense. And Josh Allen head back onto the field. And before this drive starts, I want to take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 31 yards. And the 49ers first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Allen. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Osa Odigizua. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on second down. It's out. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down. This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Throw on the run is complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
And the 49er first down. A gain of 9 yards. And the 49er first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
A gain of 4. It's now second down.
Allen going to keep it on his own read. And the 49ers are going to be set up first and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Allen will throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, San Francisco. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. On play action, Mayfield. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. This one on target to Olave. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Makes it third and 8. Now Mayfield. That's caught. Left side.
first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
And the Texans first down.
They go play action with Mayfield. Picked off by Quentin Lake. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
A look there at Kyle Shanahan, his 49ers heading back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's first and 10. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Another run here. Another run by Smith. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. This a must stop for this defense. Facing third and long. Allen in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Ayuk makes the catch right side. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Niners will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. At the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans offense headed back to take over once more. On first and 10, here's Baker. Open man. That's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Third down and 9. Throwing is Baker. He'll locate his big target, Henry, over the middle. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. Well short of the first down mark.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And he's going to have a Texans first down as they get it rather easily. Gain of 9 on that 4th and 3.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Mayfield. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Second down throw for Mayfield. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
15 yards. That's another Texans.
On first down is Mayfield. Pass completed to Douglas. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Texans first down.
That is caught side of the end zone. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Texans. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of into the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch them by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
The 49ers offense, and Josh Allen headed back onto the field, and he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Allen in motion. They'll go again with Swift. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Talk things over before third down. From the gun, it's Allen. Able to complete it to Ayuk. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Swift. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Here's Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
To the air on third down, here's Allen. And he'll take it on in. Alec Biomatter. Touchdown, 49ers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Texans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They have likely one play left here north of the 2-minute warning as they're going to get started with first down. That is quickly out to Diggs. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the Texans
Throwing is Mayfield. Who else another catch for his favorite target. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
brings up second and 3.
On second down, Baker. Right back to Olave. He's got it again. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the Texans first down.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. He takes off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
13 more yards.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First down.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Houston.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. When you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Makes the score Niners 45, Texans 35.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Niners offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar. And they have been so far. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 10. Down to a knee, and that should do it. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one.